Okay, I think we're on it. So I collected two agendas from the community. One is that the status of the new sub-project Ratify has been a part of the Notary project. We had a blog post merged last week. So I want to welcome a new sub-project Ratify joins the Notary project community. And in short, we have 5 repositories have now merged into the Notary project community, includes Ratify core framework, Ratify Go library, Verify Go website, and Containerd plugin. So for folks who are not quite familiar with Ratify, there's an end-to-end diagram to introduce the workflow and how it works with Notary project. So I'm not sure whether, Josh, you have ever heard about this project, and if you haven't had ever had the chance to look at the Ratify vote.
Yeah, we're pretty familiar with Ratify. I have been following along with this. I did sync up with some folks internally about this. I think uh, this is we don't have any concerns about this, I guess.
Okay, okay.
Um, this seems like a perfectly reasonable thing to do. I don't think Ratify is really on our priority list in terms of
Mm-hmm.
products actually used and maintained, but I think that for the project overall, this seems like a pretty reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. Previously, we had a few maintainers from or contributors from AWS who contributed a joint guidance for how to use Ratify on AWS EKS. I think there's a guidance on the Ratify website. So I
Mhm.
believe you have some contacts from AWS who are familiar with Ratify. So if you had if you already know about Ratify, I don't need to introduce this project again, but just let you know that we have merged this project as a part of the Notary project community.
Yep, got it.
All right. The second thing is from the Ratify side. Actually, Ratify has been invested a lot on a new release, a new major release with 2.0, which is to provide a brand new extensible and lightweight framework for Ratify, because Ratify as an extensible verification framework, it is designed to be able to integrate any verification supply chain project like different plugins, KMS plugins, and different verifiers like notation and cosign. Um, Previously, we had a pull request to request a new release vote in the Ratify side. So we are waiting for maintainers to vote on this release. And before we officially cut this release, the Ratify maintainers also created a CI build to build a dev Helm chart for Ratify, as well as the dev Helm file that we can run on our Kubernetes cluster to install the latest Ratify 2.0 Alpha 1 for testing. This is not officially released yet, but we can run and test it with this Helm file or the test Helm chart. So I'm going to test the new release, the alpha new release on my Kubernetes cluster and see if the core functionalities work as our expectation. So if you are interested in this release, feel free to test it by following the Ratify guidance and also using whatever the Helm file or the Helm chart. We have guidance on the Ratify website to tell how to install it with Helm file and Helm chart. So far, any questions regarding the Ratify 2.0 Alpha 1? Hey, Yi, please.
I don't have question on the Alpha.1. I have some ideas or suggestion on the Ratify move to Notary project. Maybe we can do a further promotion. For example, in our current Notary project website, we didn't talk about the end-to-end experience. But with Ratify, we can talk about, for example, in the CI/CD pipeline, you can sign, and you can also choose notation to verify image that you are going to use. And also, after you push image to production registry you want to deploy on Kubernetes, we can do the validation. So this, I'm thinking that whether we can use some content from this blog post and put to our website, the homepage. Because
The
when
landing page, you mean?
yeah, landing page. That because on the landing page, we didn't mention Ratify, right? So
Yeah.
maybe we can consider doing some improvements on this landing page. And then another smaller thing is our current GitHub repo. When we go to the Notary project, maybe we can also tag Ratify as a frequent or how to say that, as a pinned project here, so that we have this end-to-end picture everywhere from the project, from the GitHub project, and also from website.
Yeah, that makes sense. We definitely need to improve the visibility within the whole Notary project, whether on the website or on GitHub. And also in notation README, we can also mention how it works with Ratify at end-to-end.
Yeah. Yeah, just some suggestions. So yeah, we can discuss further any work items so that we can together work on it.
Yeah, at least what I am understanding is that we can add related links and introduction to website, the landing page, and also refresh this diagram to include Ratify icon.
Yes.
And also maybe introduce a bit about the Ratify as the highlights of this Notary project. We should have at least mentioned it on the landing page, and we can pin the core repo of the Ratify project on Notary project GitHub. Thanks for the advice. So that's two updates from the Ratify side because that is a new sub-project on the Notary project umbrella. So just let you know that we are moving forward with new release. And I will also cross-post this announcement at CNCF official blog. In addition to these two topics, I'm not sure whether Yi or Josh, if you have any other topics, whatever regarding the notation release or roadmap or any feature request.
Not from my side, no.
Thanks.
No from my side.
Okay. So if you are interested in give Ratify 2.0 Alpha 1 the dev build a try, I would appreciate for that. if not further topics, I think we can finish today's meeting earlier and give time back for Ian and Josh.
Thank you. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Payman. Have a nice day.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you,
Bye.
folks. Bye.